Hi guys, so this is going to be my 20-week update, my pregnancy vlog. I am halfway there, so that's so exciting. Just 20 more weeks to go, which is a lot, but it's crazy to be at that halfway point already and feeling like halfway there, like things are getting real. So I'm trying a new setup here, trying to get comfortable because it's not comfortable on the floor anymore. And so hopefully let me know down below if this is a good setup, if you can see me, and if you like this setup. So I have my notes right here. Oh, that's Phoenix's notes, hold on. Okay, baby is the size of a banana, and it's crazy because I have a banana probably every day or so. If I'm not having one, I'm cutting one up for Phoenix. So I have a banana in my possession at all times, and now I look at it and I'm like, wow, this is the size of my baby. And it's crazy how quickly they're growing. Like from 1 week to another, they're getting relatively bigger in size, but it's still crazy on how small they actually are. You know, I went to my cousin's house yesterday and they just had a baby 3 weeks ago, and I saw her and I was like, oh my god, she's just so tiny. So it's like, yeah, they're growing bigger and bigger, but by the time they come out, they're still so tiny. And especially compared to Phoenix, it's like I can't even remember when he was that tiny. So it's crazy. Okay, your baby weighs approximately 10.5 ounces now and measures around 6.5 inches from head to bottom and 10 inches from head to heel, about the size of a banana. Until 20 weeks, the babies are measured from the top of their head to their rump. That's because their legs are curled up against their torso during the first half of pregnancy, so they're hard to measure. Starting next week, you'll see the only head to heel. So that's interesting. All these other measurements have been from their head to their bum, and now it's like from their head to their heels because they're stretching out. So that's pretty cool. Your baby is swallowing more these days, which is good practice for the digestive system. She is also producing meconium. Sorry if I said that wrong. A black sticky byproduct of digestion. This gooey substance will accumulate in your baby's bowels, and you'll see it in that first solid diaper. Oh my god, yeah, I so remember that with Phoenix. Some babies pass in the womb or during delivery. I so remember that with Phoenix, that first poop. I didn't have to change it though, because since I had a C-section, I was just like, I couldn't change him, and I remember being so upset about that, and I was like, I just want to change his diaper. And I have a picture of my husband right next to me changing his diaper, and I was just like, I want to be able to change it. And everybody's like, don't worry, you're gonna have tons of opportunities to change his diaper. And that is so true. But I wanted to be the first to change his first diaper. Well, one of his first, because I'm sure the nurses changed it. Anyway, this week, as for cravings, I've been craving French fries and pistachios. Pistachios was not like a craving. I'm at that point where I'm not craving things, but if I see something, I want it. So it's like I saw, I never can remember whose vlog I saw them eating pistachios, and I was like, oh my god, I want pistachios now. And I had to have them, and my husband bought them for me because he's so wonderful, and they were awesome. As for French fries, that was an actual craving that I had, and I didn't want like Burger King or McDonald's French fries. I wanted like restaurant French fries. You know, they're just different. So on Valentine's Day, we had pizza, and I had an order of French fries. And as I was saying it, I'm like, oh, this is such a weird combination. But there were so many people who were like, no, that is so not weird. I would have that all the time, pizza with French fries. There's nothing wrong with that. So that was cool because it wasn't that weird to have pizza with French fries. And the French fries were so awesome. Earlier in the week, I was feeling very dizzy, and I hate that part. I remember feeling that with Phoenix when I was working at the daycare center, and I would be getting up and down with the kids and sitting with them on the floor, and I would just have to stop for a second because I was so dizzy. So I remember feeling that, and I don't remember when, but it went away later in the week, so that was good. I was very happy about that. I feel like the lighting looks weird. Can you guys see me good? I was very happy about that because that was not fun, but I felt it for like two 2 or 3 days. Some people told me to drink orange juice, which I never got around to doing, so I don't know if it works. I'm taking it all away, but I definitely will try it next time because it's very scary because you just feel really off balance. And I know that's a part of pregnancy, that you start feeling off balance because your body is off balance and the extra weight and stuff. So that was not a good thing this week, but it did go away. It was just really in earlier parts of the week. Normally, all these things I'm telling you guys always happens in the earlier parts of the week, and then in the later parts of the week, like the 2 or 3 days before I film this, I normally feel okay. So it's really weird. I was also waking up shivering. Like 2 nights, I would wake up in the middle of the night or early morning and I was cold, like really cold, like shivery cold. And it reminded me of when I woke up from my C-section and I was cold like that. But it was a weird cold, like a cold that you know that it's not the house or the area you're in, you know, it's not that's cold, it's just your body. So that's how I was feeling it. And I was to the point where I was like actually shivering. And that was a little scary. I've never experienced that with pregnancy. Like I said, only when I woke up from after my C-section, so which I hear is normal for you to wake up like that. And so I don't know what that was about. Actually, I didn't research it because it was just 2 days, but so I don't know if it was pregnancy related or not. I was also very hungry this week. I felt like I was just like in the beginning when you're hungry all the time. That's how I kind of felt. Like I was just hungry all the time, and that kind of went away towards the end of the week as well, which is good because I feel like this pregnancy I've thrown up a lot, which doesn't necessarily mean I've been sick, like feeling horrible, even though I can say I've thrown up every week. This week I threw up 3 times, but it's not like, oh my god, I throw up and I feel horrible the rest of the day. It's kind of just like I eat something, doesn't fall good, or my stomach was empty, throw it up, and that's it. You know, it's not like I'm sick and like, oh yeah, throwing up is not fun or the best symptom, but I'm not like sick the rest of the day or feeling just like beyond nauseous or anything like that. So I'll take it. If I have to throw up a few times, I'll take it because like I said, I just throw up and I feel better. Also at night, I've gotten to the point where my sides get numb. So I'm switching sides a lot throughout the night. I'm also getting up a lot to use the bathroom. So when I wake up, because I have to use the bathroom, the side I'm sleeping on is numb. And I hate this. I remember feeling this with Phoenix, and my leg is just numb. Like the whole side is numb and I need to turn to the other side. My hand gets numb a lot when I'm sleeping on whatever side, because I kind of put my hand under my pillow and that hand gets numb whichever side. Even when I take a nap and it's not like for long periods of time, I have to keep constantly switching back and forth to different sides because it gets extremely numb. This week I've been very emotional. My mom's birthday was this week on the 18th, which was also Phoenix's half birthday, and I don't know why, for some reason, you always get more emotional on a specific date, like their death anniversary or their birthday, or, you know, just specific things just make it more emotional. Like, I miss my mom every day and I think about her all the time. But on those days, like, even subconsciously, I'm not even thinking about it. It's in the back of my head. I know it's coming up and I just start feeling really down and out. But I've been thinking about the fact that I'm gonna have a little girl now, and me and my mom had a very awesome relationship. Our bond was awesome. Of course, we had the regular teenage years where it was kind of like she probably wanted to kill me, but besides that, I really considered my mom as my best friend. I used to tell her everything. You know, I was very honest with her, like I said, except for those weird teenage years where she hated my boyfriend type thing. But you know, I always told her everything, and growing up, as I took care of her when I got older, you know, it was just a really good relationship. And I've been thinking about that a lot, as like there's no bond like a mom and daughter bond. Like, yes, I know I'm gonna have a really strong bond with Phoenix because I'm gonna make sure of that, but it's a different bond than a mom and daughter. So that has been helping me this week when I've been feeling very emotional. It's kind of like I'm gonna have my little girl and I'm gonna get to experience that same bond again, but from a different perspective. You know, I've missed that bond so much. There's so many times where I just wish I can call my mom and say, Mom, I'm feeling this, or Phoenix is doing this, what do I do? Or, you know, just that mom, you know, thing where I'm sure when Phoenix grows older and has his family, you know, he's not going to call me for stuff like that, but baby girl will think of me in that sense. And so that has been really helping me get by this week, thinking about feeling that bond again that I've been missing for the last 5 years, but feeling it from a different perspective. So that has really been helping me. It's been very emotional, just I think in all aspects, because of so many things happening. Phoenix is 1.5 and he's just getting so much bigger, and he's becoming a big boy, and soon he's going to be a big brother, and he's going to be 2 in 6 months, which is crazy. And everybody's like, 6 months is 6 months, but 6 months goes so fast. Like, he's going to be 2 and I'm going to have a newborn baby, like all at the same time pretty much. So it's just getting real and very emotional, because he's not going to be my only little baby anymore, but he'll be my only little boy, so that'll be nice. And I've also been thinking about life with 2 babies. How is life with 2 babies going to be? I've been watching a lot of vlogs on moms with 2, and they seem to have, you know, have it all together, but the baby's a few months old now, or 1, and I just see them interacting. Kids' spacing ages are kind of very similar to what my kids will be, and it's a year now down the line, and I see how their kids are interacting, and it's kind of just makes me smile, because it's like, I can't wait for that. Like, I know it's going to be hard in the beginning to have 2, and life's going to change and be, you know, back to that craziness and stuff, but I know from experience with Phoenix that you get over that, and it's hard, but it does get easier. And some things get harder and some things get easier. And I thought Phoenix would never sleep, and now he sleeps like all the time, and he sleeps wonderfully. So that's the good thing about, I guess, the second child, is that you know it's going to get easier. And seeing them is making me excited for the kids to grow together and to be together and to be able to play together. Like, you know, even when they're a few months old, like around the 6-month mark, you kind of see how they're interacting, and the little brother just loves the big brother, or, you know, sister and stuff, and it's so awesome, and it's making me so excited for that. And I know that's ways down the line, but it'll start, you know, when baby girl is born is when it'll start. I said I would be putting a name reveal video out soon, but I have no idea when I'm going to be putting that out. I've had this name picked out since I was pregnant with Phoenix. We thought of a girl name and a boy name. Well, we had the boy name. So if it was a boy, that was it. There was no question about it. It was going to be Phoenix Anthony. And if it was a girl, it was going to be, you know, a specific name. Since it was a boy, we went with that. And we kept, you know, when I got pregnant this time, we always called baby girl by that name. And up until the point that I knew for sure that it was a girl, I knew that was going to be the baby's name, you know, if it was a girl, and that's it. But once I knew it was a girl, I was trying to think of, Phoenix's name is so strong. Like, his name is very, to me and my family, we think his name is very epic and very powerful. It's a really strong name, and I just want baby girl to have a strong name as well. Like, I want them to be, you know, that, you know, Phoenix and so, you know, or is here. And so I've been questioning the name choice that I have, and I love the first name that I have. I love it, and I've always loved it for a long time. But now I'm starting to like think of what baby girl's gonna look like and all this, and I'm like, I don't know if that name will fit her, you know, even though I love the name, but I don't want to name her that because I love the name. I want a name that's gonna fit my child and my family. And so I don't know, we might still go with it. I still refer to her as that name, but I'm thinking more of the middle name being the first name, and then we're thinking of a different middle name. And I was thinking of a name to kind of represent my mom a little bit, because Phoenix's middle name is Anthony, which is his grandfather's name who passed, my husband's father, my father-in-law, and it's also my husband's middle name. So I just want her name to have a meaning, just like Phoenix's name has. So I think honestly that we're not gonna have like a legit name picked out until we see the baby. I feel like we're gonna be like, we're gonna look at her, and out of the few names we have in mind, we're gonna be like, you know, this is what she looks like, and this is gonna be her name, and that's it. And you know, it's at the end, it's our choice and what we think. And then my husband just threw a new name out of the left field that I liked, and I've heard before, and I've liked it, and it's starting to grow on me a little, but it doesn't fit into the equation. I feel like it doesn't fit into Phoenix's name. It doesn't fit into like the whole, I wanted them to have like similar initials or something similar. It doesn't fit into anything. So I'm having trouble with that name because of that, but I really like it too. So it's a lot going on, and I never knew how hard it is to actually name a baby because Phoenix's name was picked out before my husband and me ever met. So I never had to think about baby names. And when I thought of a girl name, I kind of came up with that name pretty quickly. So it wasn't something that I really had to put a lot of thought into last pregnancy, like most people do. So I'm having a hard time. So if you guys have any name suggestions, just please leave them below, because who knows, it might be a name that we didn't think of or we didn't see. And I'm trying to look for a very strong name that goes very well with Phoenix's name and all of that. So as for the peak of my week, it was two things. It was actually being halfway there. Like, we're halfway there, like 20 more weeks. We made it this far. We're just gonna 20 more weeks and we're good to go. And Phoenix's half birthday, it also being my mom's birthday, makes it very special to me, and I just love celebrating that. It was just me, my husband, and Phoenix this time, and it was very nice and intimate, and I just made the best of it because that's what it is. It's celebrating my mom's birthday like I do every year, and celebrating Phoenix's half birthday like I want to do every year. Also, quickly before I almost forgot, I went to the doctor yesterday to just have my regular 4-week checkup, and we heard the baby with the Doppler, which is awesome because every time I've gone, it's been like a little scare of like not hearing the Doppler, and they gave me an ultrasound or whatever, which is perfect, but we heard it with the Doppler within a few seconds or a few minutes, and that was great. And then that was pretty much it. They don't measure you or anything yet. And then she referred back to the VBAC, which is always great to hear. And I think I've been making my appointments for Wednesdays, and I'm pretty sure that every Wednesday it's her who I have. So I'm really happy about that. I really want her to be my primary doctor. I love my doctor and stuff, but at the end, I hope that it's her who delivers the baby and all that. And I'm sure I can talk and ask and make sure of that, but I haven't really mentioned it to the nurses yet. She also mentioned about the VBAC and said that we would schedule a C-section as we get closer to a few days after my due date, and they'll let me go for a few days after my due date, and if I haven't gone, then we'll have one scheduled already for a certain date. You know, she said I think up to a week, or she said a few days to a week after my due date, so after 40 weeks, to see if my body goes naturally, and then if not, we have the C-section planned. Because what I didn't know, and I learned this from Erin and Baby, is that if you don't go naturally, they can't induce you. So if I don't go just naturally on my own, I can't be induced because I've already had a C-section. So fingers crossed that I just go on my own, but if not, we'll have a C-section, and I'm not totally opposed to it, because this might be my last baby. Like I said, my biggest thing of having a vaginal birth was because of the C-section recovery. But my husband feels that since I was totally put asleep last time, which this time was not most likely to happen because I won't be induced and all that, that's why I had such a hard recovery and a hard time waking up and doing all that again. So a scheduled C-section won't be so bad, because then we have everything planned out for Phoenix, and whoever's going to come stay with him, we can tell them, okay, you're going to come on this date at this time, and you know, my husband could come back at night, and we can just schedule that all like perfectly. But I still want to just give my body a chance to see if it'll go naturally, and if not, then I'm totally okay with it. I'm, you know, just gonna have to make do and have the help and accept the help, because I'm gonna need it with a C-section. So anyway, let me stop rambling, but that was my 20-week update. Next week I get to see baby girl, me and my husband. We have our 20-week ultrasound next week, and that's when they measure everything, and we'll see her girl parts, and hopefully she is still a girl. Or I mean, I feel like the blood work is much more accurate than the ultrasound, but I'm not gonna even tell them that I know it's a girl and wait and see what they see there. So So here is my 20-week baby bump. The shirt is starting to get a little short. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And I will see you guys in my next update. Bye!